This is the Live For You podcast, a podcast built for creators to express themselves, discuss their purpose, and why they are on their quest to serve in this world. My name is Isaiah Olame, and I'm a creator, life coach, and here to serve my mission. Join me on this journey to bring a more positivity in this world and helping others understand the true definition of living for you. Alright, what's up, world? It's a Live For You podcast, man. Finally able to get my man Larry and Keem on here.
Here.
It's been a minute, man. I've been wanting to get this episode in for a while now, man.
I blame Larry. He's the busy one. I always had time, but Larry's the one. You know what I'm saying? How I got to get a hold of.
I'll be around.
Like, you know, I know you guys got a lot going on, man. You know, try to schedule at my place in Providence, but regardless, man, I'm just happy we finally are able to connect and get going with the whole podcast. But before I get going, man, just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, so people can kind of get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Keep it brief, man.
Real briefly. My name's Larry. I mean, probably better known as Hilarious on my Instagram. Follow that. We'll talk about that later, most likely.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. We'll get into more stuff after.
Cool.
My name is Keem, aka Primo Chemo, your favorite cousin. Shout out to Charlotte. We just do a lot, man. I guess you can't go home, but you gotta just a little bit of everything.
Yeah, nice, man. So as you guys know, I've been doing a lot of inspirational, motivational videos, and I've been doing that for a while, and I was like, you know what, I need to get to a point where I can put some content out there that's more of geared towards relating to a lot of entrepreneurs, people who have a lot going for themselves or who have a certain goal. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start a podcast, and I'm gonna meet with a lot of entrepreneurs and see where that goes. So first, what does live for you mean to you guys? When you guys hear that phrase, what do you think of, and how does it pertain to your lives and what you got going on when you hear the phrase live for you?
It's crazy. I think we live in an interesting time where I think in certain people's lifetimes they never had opportunities. You know what I'm saying? It's this is what you're gonna be. Your dad was a sailor. Your granddad was a sailor. You're gonna be a sailor. You know what I'm saying? You didn't really have anything, so all you had to do was be a sailor. But I think we live in an era now where the internet's incredible. So anything that you have a passion for, you really can learn. Because who told you how to do a podcast? You know what I'm saying? Who told you how to set cameras up? And that's what I'm saying. We live in such a dope time that you can literally learn anything that you want to do if you put the effort into it. You know what I'm saying? So when I think live for you, I really think it's finding your niche and going after it. If you don't want to do nothing, that's cool. But it's just dope that we have the opportunity to do anything that we actually want to do.
Damn, well said, man.
Yeah, I know. He actually kind of hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, he
pretty much everything. I don't think there's much more I can add to it except for the fact that, like he said, the things that we do are creative things. Like you do your live for you, and that's you living for you. Keem's a videographer. He writes, he directs, all that stuff. That's him living for him. That's what he wants to do with his life. Me, I do comedy. I act. I write. So that's me living for me. That's stuff that we like. We're doing stuff that we want to do. That's living for you instead of our 9-to-5s. That we just go to get the money for the things that we want to do.
The 9 to 5 so you can live for you.
Pretty much. But
yeah. So all right. So you just made me think of a question real quick. So Larry, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but knowing you for a while, when you were younger, you were really kind of to yourself, quiet, more of an introvert. You wasn't really a extrovert, someone who can light the room right away. You know what I'm saying? So where did that come from? You know what I mean? Where did it change? Or is it a change? Or were you really always like this? Where did the change come from? You know what I mean?
I mean, I think I always basically had it in me because when I was young, I used to be a little class clown, but I was a calculated class clown. I was the one that got good grades, and the teachers would be you're disrupting the other students, but you're doing well in class and stuff like that. So. I used to cry a lot. Anything, bro. I used to cry for you couldn't talk to me a different way. Zeke used to be way meaner than me. He's a nicer guy. He used to be way. Yo, shut up! Why you crying, yo? Stop. But I think I don't know. Something just clicked in me. Just
So like, when did it start though? Like, when did you become, man, this guy hilarious? Like he's hilarious. Like he's always making people laugh. Cause even in high school, I mean, you was funny, but I didn't really like see you being the person you are today. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess just probably maybe 4 or 5 years ago in terms of, because I used to just do stuff on Snapchat. Like just stupid little videos on Snapchat. People used to watch that. Then I moved to Twitter. Then I moved to Instagram and stuff like that. So it's just like one day I was just like, oh, Shella's looking at me right now because he wants me to plug him in for the name that he gave me, but we're not there yet. Shella.
Oh wait,
he's the one that gave me the hilarious name.
I'm not gonna lie. He gave me Primo Chemo too. Man.
Oh, genius! We gotta get him. You gotta get him FaceTime, man.
Nah, stay over there. Stay over there.
We don't want to see that.
I mean, when he first gave it to me, I was asking him, I was like, oh, what should I put my name in for the thing? And then Shell was like, oh, hilarious. And everybody was like, nah, you're too cocky. You can't be hilarious. And I was like, I couldn't think of anything else. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna go with that. And then it just kind of stuck like that. So,
that's perfect.
Yeah, he was the one.
That's perfect because like whenever I see the videos, I'm like, this guy's hilarious. You know
pun
what I'm
intended.
saying?
Well, pun intended, actually. Yeah, pun intended. But shut up. But yeah, it's just like I always wanted to act, and I knew that I couldn't build a following off of doing monologues. Well, I probably could, but it'd probably take longer. Yep. And people like to laugh, and all this Instagram video stuff was popping. So I was like, all right, I can act and do comedy at the same time. That's when people ask me like, yo, do you want to be a comedian? I'm like, no, not really, but I know I can do comedy, movies or films, or if I had to like go on stage, like I know I could probably do it, because usually it'll probably be you guys would be in my corner as the people like, okay guys, I'm going on stage, because that's what Cameron Hardy has, like a round table of people, what he has to deliver, but he gets a lot of jokes from a lot of different people and all that stuff like that. But
so Keem, I missed it. How'd you get your name?
Alright, so I was chemotherapy for a while, and it was a great name. I was chemotherapy for a while. But then, like, I just didn't want to be associated with cancer, to be honest. I'm like, like, even though chemotherapy is a good thing, like, a lot of people was affected by it, and so I'm like, I need a new name. So I went through a couple bad ones. Yeah. And then, so it just came with the Primo Chemo. And I like it because it's kind of like a double entendre. One, because Primo's like cousin, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and everyone got that cousin, you know what I'm saying? But Primo's also like the top, you know what I'm saying? So when he said that, I didn't give him credit at the time.
Double Andre.
This is the first time.
Double Andre.
But I was like, I'm rocking with it.
When I thought chemotherapy, I thought like, someone who, cool dude, could talk to anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, if someone's having an issue, boom, you know what I mean?
Oh, people would like see me in the street, like, chemotherapy. I'm like, like people I knew. Now I'm not that cool, but my friends, I was like, like it really stuck. But I just like the whole cancer thing was just.
I never thought about it like that. I never even. I never once even looked at. But you're the overthinking king of the thing. So
nah, Britta was bad. I'm friends.
You said overthinking king.
Yeah, I never even thought about it like that. But
alright, cool. That's cool, man. So there's a lot of things that I want to ask you guys and get into today, man, for this episode. Like we said earlier, you guys have a lot going on with both of your ventures and what you're trying to do in your lives. First of all, like the motivation, right? What's the motivation behind all of this? Like why are you pursuing this? What's the end goal? You know what I mean? Like what's motivating you to be hilarious? You know what I mean? What's motivating you, Keem, to be the director, be what you're doing? You know what I mean? Like, what's the motivation behind all of this? Because some people can go through life and just put a facade on, and do something that they actually don't really love or aren't really passionate about. But that only lasts a certain. That's not gonna last too long.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's the motivation behind that? Behind what you do?
I don't know. I guess knowing what you want to do with the rest of your life is crazy, because people spend their whole life trying to figure out what they want to do with their life. And I knew at a young age what I wanted to do, which is why it could be depressing, it could be down, and that's like, but it's like, with the internet, like Keem was saying, you never know, and you can just break out, and it can be that. And my brother, BJ's always saying, that's my older brother, he's always saying, it only takes one video, you never know, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that motivates me too, but you gotta love to do it. I love doing that. I love acting and stuff like that, and making people laugh through my videos. I just like the people watching. I like the comments most of all. I don't even care about the views mostly because I feel like that's more of them interacting with it. But
do you engage? Do you engage with your?
I try to do more now of engaging in the comments. I wish I did more before. I think people would have loved that, just commenting on people and things, because it's like, oh, he can see it, like, you know, stuff like that. So it brings you more close with your audience and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got another question, but I want to hear what Keem's motivation is first.
First, I think motivation is almost like, it's like working out, right? Like, I don't think it's like a one thing and it's just good for life. I think every day, and I think that's why people like you know what I'm saying? People like the Gary V's, the people like, these people are so important because you need to constantly be motivated, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you just wake up one day and you got motivation and you're good for life.
Yeah.
You gotta every day wake up and find that motivation. That's why I started reading, you know what I'm saying? Because like every day when I read, it's like I find the motivation again.
Yeah. And
I think for me, like, but the end game for me is just like, yo, I like making people feel, right? So like, think of like your favorite movie, like what you felt when you watched that, you know what I'm saying? Think of your favorite book. Think of a time you heard a poem in it and you got like goosebumps, you know what I'm saying? That for me is my end game. Like I don't want to put out a show or a movie or write something and you're just like, oh, that was cool. Like I want to write some shit like, and you're like, yo, like I felt that, like I can relate, you know what I'm saying? I want to put out some shit like, yo, like I get it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, cause things come and go, but like you never forget that feeling that you felt. So no matter like what aspect of the creativity I'm doing, whether it's writing, whether it's putting up shows, whether it's whatever, the end goal is like I want to make somebody feel something. You know what I mean?
That's real, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Cause so I don't know why that's the first movie that came to my mind. Black Panther. Like when Michael B. Jordan was just frustrated, frustrated, man. And like obviously we can get in depth with this, but like he was just frustrated for years of like pressure and all of that stuff. But and you feel him, you feel the energy, man.
Yeah.
And you think like, man, like the people writing this, directing this, like they accomplished this.
Yeah,
you know, they make you feel a certain way, man. Like for a while, people were like, man, Black Panther, Wakanda, this, stuff, blah blah blah. Like
highly overrated.
you know,
highly overrated. But now the storm has settled.
Oh,
it's great for our culture. It was
great.
It's not even top 3 Marvel.
Yeah, but Marvel puts out like gems though, so you can't even be mad at that.
Yeah. But you're right though. That's a nice answer, man. I was gonna ask you a question too in the midst of all of that. So behind your motivations, right? Like, what are the struggles that you guys like face? You know, everyday struggle, like pursuing your goals. Like trying to get to where you want to get to. Like, what are some struggles that you guys go through? Because
for like, I read this book. It's called The War on Art. And basically, it's talking about the struggle that most creatives face, and it's just those days where you just don't want to do shit. Whether you're a writer, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, I don't got it today. Like when you lose that motivation, you know what I'm saying? I think for me, like that's one of the biggest hurdles. But it's really like what the book talks about is like you gotta just establish that routine, whether you want to or not. You gotta sit down and do it. You know what I'm saying? Every day, put that time aside. You sit down and do it. And it's like because what happens is once you stop feeding your craft, it's easier to not want to go back. So like if you're writing jokes and shit and you skip a week, it's easier to skip the second one now. It's easier to skip the third. It's like the gym, you know what I'm saying? You miss a day, it's easy to skip. But it's just like once you get to that point where it's just like where you're constantly like, yo, I have to do it, even though I think that's for me. That's what I'm adjusting to, but it's still a struggle.
Yeah, you don't like. I feel like for me too, like doing like the videos and stuff. It's like if I didn't love what I'm doing, I probably would have been like, it's over for this. But you know what I'm saying? I'm passionate.
Look at the equipment.
It wasn't free.
Yeah.
Nah, but Keem, we had some conversations too, man. And you told me a while ago, you were like, yo, Zeke, man, if you're really trying to like build and if you're really trying to put some nice content out there, you really gotta invest. You gotta invest in in equipment. You can't buy some bull stuff.
Yeah, so even like I got the video company and like Sheldon and Larry always roasted me because like that's where all your money goes. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I'm trying to put out a certain level of quality, like yo, you gotta be able to throw yourself in the ring.
Talk about your company briefly a little bit, because I don't know if everybody, put everybody on.
So I have a media company. It's called Quality Creative Visuals and Media, and basically the goal behind it.
What's the Instagram name?
It's at QCVM _ LLC. Because we at LLC, we do it the right way. Okay, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the thought behind it was like to like. The end game, like I want to empower young creatives, right? You know what I'm saying? Like that don't have the opportunities that we had. And I've been blessed, I've been lucky to have the opportunity to get certain equipment. So if there's someone who got the vision but doesn't have the way to execute it, like maybe I could be that person that, nice, even with Close Call, like when we put it out, we was gonna put it all on some bullshit. Yeah. And I'm like, nah, like I'm gonna drop this bread down. We gonna get real cameras, you know what I'm saying? You can see it. Like when you see it, it's not comparable to like big network budgets, but like when you see like some of these shows out there, like our shit looks way better than Issa Rae shit with her.
And it wasn't
like,
even,
it's not even close, you know what I'm saying?
And that was BS. I think.
And we wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? So like the company really is there to like create an environment for creatives. Like it's a the goal behind it is a lifestyle company to be able to live your truth, to live for you. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. Nice. And so we shoot weddings and music videos and commercials and stuff like that. And that's obviously to build capital, you know what I'm saying, and grow the company. But the end goal of the company is really to be like a home for creatives. You know what I'm saying? To put out shit that makes you feel.
Yeah, nice. How long have you had the company?
3 years now.
3 years, man. Dang. It just went by like this.
Yo, time flies, bro. Time's flying, man.
I remember when you were like putting on like social media, introducing it and everything. I'm like, oh man, that's dope.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't think it would be around this long, but it's
scary.
And it's times where it's just like, but yo, like you said, like once you find doing what you love, but like even with like I know Larry said it, like the comments is good for him. Like I'll put some shit out, and I'm a perfectionist, so I'm like, yo, this shit is whack. And then to see someone like, yo, that was dope, like that's fire, like it's like, oh shit, like you know what I'm saying, like people really fuck with it. So I think it's that's the motivation too that keeps you going, knowing that people really rock with you.
Yeah. So Larry, what about you, man? I think I keep forgetting my question.
I think was it the struggles?
Yeah, it was a struggle question I wanted to ask you. Like what.
Like Keem said, like
some days you just wake up and like, yo, I don't want to do it anymore because you feel like you're not where you want to be in your time fashion. I mean, everybody has different rates of how they excel or succeed or don't or fail or whatever. And you're just like, damn, I don't want to do this no more. And then it comes when you're doing stuff with like people and people don't take it as serious with you and shit like that. Me and Keem run into that many times. It's like, and I always say to myself, like, nobody's gonna be as passionate as you are about your own and that sucks. And you want people to be, you try to preach it to be, but you know, we're doing stuff like, we do shows or films, like if I have to do video, like it's for free, like you know what I'm saying. I don't really. I mean, I have the money probably to pay you like $20 or something quick, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying. It's like, oh, just do this video with me. I want you to be in, like you know what I'm saying. If I had bread, I would be breaking people up. Of course, I would. I would love to pay, like you know, for that stuff. But
I was just gonna tell you, like doing things by yourself, man, is so difficult. Like at first you're like, man, I got this idea. I'm gonna change the world. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Watch, it's gonna blow. I'm gonna do it by myself. And then you're going through. You're like, dang, I need help.
Like you know what's crazy? Like I don't know when it happened, but like there was somehow like and especially in urban popular culture, there became this mindset where it's like, yo, fuck everybody. I don't need no one. I'm gonna get it on my own. I don't need no one. I don't need help. And that's the dumbest shit ever, bro. Like there has been no one on the history of Earth who's been successful without help. So I don't know where this narrative came from. Like, yo, I'm gonna get it on my own. Nah, like I need help. Like, yo, help. You know, and we help each other. And like it's like the concept of synergy. Like 1 + 1 = 3. You know what I'm saying? Like he got ideas that like I don't have. I have ideas that he don't have. So when we put them together, we have like a whole nother level. But it's like I don't know if it's an ego thing where like everyone's just like, yo, nah, I gotta do it. Like, nah, I gotta be me. But like everything. Yo, perfect example. J. Cole, right?
Yep.
J. Cole, like a lot of people don't fuck with J. Cole, but J. Cole's nice. But you know why people don't fuck with J. Cole? Because J. Cole produces all his beats himself. He writes all his shit himself. He doesn't have any features on his album. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm doing it on my... that's whack, because the place where people fuck with J. Cole the most is on his features. Because now he don't gotta worry about the beat, he don't gotta worry about... he comes in and spazzes when he works with people. But like when he wants to be like... Because I know he's trying to be like a traditionalist, because now I was like, I did my no features, but like, nah bro, like... The product is better once you get help, and the opposite of that is Kanye. Kanye gets the most help anyway. But like he put out arguably one of the best albums. Yo, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is one of the best albums ever. Because he knows how to take people and yo, Larry, you're great at humming. You're gonna hum the fuck out this song. You know what I'm saying? And like he knows how to put people in the right. So I think exactly. So I think just knowing how to use people is ultimately that puts up for better output.
So with that being said, so like who you know, do you have like a staff or is there like a group of guys who like help you, you know, like do you have a...
I be with Larry his show, like that's the team, and it's just like it's cool because like obviously me and Larry did the show, but when he started shooting weddings and stuff with me, like now he knows how to shoot you know what I'm saying? So like, if he got to shoot the show or something and I can't be there, he literally can do it himself. And it'd be crazy because like there'd be a couple times like I'm going over the wedding footage after I get it back. So I got my camera, and then they got their cameras. I really got their cameras. I'm like, yo, they did better than me. Like, I'm like, this is crazy, but it's so dope to see like, cause like, you know what I'm saying, and to be able to work with your friends, like. It's like it's not like you go to work at 9 to 5. It's like, hey Bill, like I like you, Bill, but you're not my friend. But you're cool. Like yo, we be going to a wedding. And I'm like, yo, this shit is ass right now. But this is family, you know what I'm saying? So, and honestly, like I could probably shoot a wedding by myself. Yeah. But like that's whack. Yeah. Yo, when I'm with them, like I get less money, but I have so much more fun. Like we be driving back from like Philly or Jersey and just like laughing like yo, this shit was. And that's what it's about, man. Like, yeah, I know people say money is everything, but like that feeling of family, bro. Like when you get back, the frustration, the fights you go through, everything, like it's worth it. It's so much worth it, man.
I mean, besides him and Shella, I have like these younger guys that I work with a lot. They're like they have their thing. It's called Infinite Entertainment. Tyshawn, Ray, and Traquan, and they do podcasts too. They do videos. They're kind of like.
Example, like I've always written, like right, and I've done like poetry and shit. But for a while, I didn't want to put it up because I'm like, yo, if I put up poetry, then they think I'm soft. But I'm like, one, I know I'm not soft. Yeah. And two, like that's what I do. I'm good at it, so why am I gonna not do it because of what people might think? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's so important to live your truth. Like if you're not a gangster, you're not a gangster. That's okay. If you're not a thug, you're not a thug. If you're not a tough guy, you're not a tough guy. If you're not soft, you're not soft. If you're not like, it doesn't matter like what these norms and shit say you're supposed to be. Like be who you are. Yeah. Everybody's so unique and so different and has something to bring to the table. But it's when you start to like emulate other people, that's when you lose your essence. You know what I'm saying? So be you to your truest form, and that's when everybody gets something better. Yeah, man. And then that's 2. And then 3, man, like just live, yo. Like, and I know Larry's made a joke earlier. He's like, yo, you're the biggest overthinker, but it's true. Like, yo, I analyze situations. Maybe it's the math in me. Like, I analyze situations from 18 different angles and be like, but like it gets to a point you gotta just live, man. Like we're not like no one knows what happens after, and we ain't here for a long time. So you know what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, like if you want to do something, do it. Yeah. If you want to post something, post it. If you want to say something, say it. Yeah, someone might look at it like, oh, this thing is, but people gonna say that regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no one person that they killed Jesus. There's no one person that like no one. You know what I'm saying? So like yo, at the end of the day, just live, bro. Just live.
I think my first one would just be passionate about what you do. Like I said before, nobody's gonna mess with what you like your art, like you. But if you pitch it to people passionately and they see that, oh, this guy really messes. That's his idea. He really messes with like maybe I should get on top of this. You know, like you never know, stuff like that. But just be real passionate. Don't like be lackadaisical about the shit that you want to do. Like, second thing I would say is always network. It's crazy because so many people have hit me up in my DM like, oh, like if you ever want to do some work, like you can do it. And I just have like brushed it down or deleted.
You did stuff in California too.
Yeah, and I have deleted stuff like Michael, like he probably hit me up probably a year before that. I opened his DM. He's like, oh, if you ever want, I was like, all right, what bet? Like, and I brushed him off. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Year after, he like hit me up again. He's like, yo, if you ever like need something to film, I was like. And at this time, I was like, I bet. Keem was going back to work. He had switched his thing. So I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? He's like, so I ended up hitting him up. Yeah. Bro, that kid's like the most.
He's a cool kid.
He's like the most consistent on top of his shit person ever. And if I would have never tried to network with him because I was like, oh, I don't know, like it. Answer this, you know what I'm saying? Then I would have never known. And here we are, like a year and a half later, we've been working with each other since. And we're probably going to continue working too until we're like. Yeah. Till we get to the top and even after stuff like that. Last thing, like Keem said, I think that's really good. I'm not like just live. I'm not scared or embarrassed to be embarrassed. Like I don't care to embarrass myself. You see me, I don't need a haircut every time I do a video. I'm doing it like you know what I'm saying. I don't care what people. I don't care. I don't care what people say about me. And I think that was one of my big things with Keem. I'd be like, yo, you don't matter. Like you know what I'm saying. Just do what you want to do, like you know what I'm saying. So like just live, like you know what I'm saying. Just go out there and do stuff.
Live for you.
Yeah, for real. Honestly, it all full circle.
It all comes back. Like live for you.
Much.
Yo, honestly, man, I'm highly motivated by what you guys do. I don't say this enough, and like I feel like that's another thing. We gotta say things to each other. Let people know how we really feel. You know,
what's that saying? Like the roses.
Like you can still smell
the roses,
man,
something like that.
Like I see what you guys do, Larry, Keem. I see like your posts. I pay attention to what you guys are doing every day. You know what I'm saying? As far as like social media and stuff. And I'm really highly motivated by the stuff that you guys are putting out there. To Keem starting your company, Larry, all your videos. And the type of content that you've been posting and that's been making people really feel like, like someone could be having a bad day and they could be like, yo, look at this video and start laughing, you know what I mean? Because laugh is a great medicine.
It's medicine, bro.
So that's awesome, man. Because I'd be at work sometimes, or if I'm at home, if I'm feeling low, whatever, I'll go on Instagram and I see Larry acting like an African dad and doing something, and I just start rolling, you know what I mean? And so I'm really motivated by what you guys do.
I think it's so important to let your boy, because I think like sometimes like if it's someone you're not cool with, it's easier to do it. But like me and Larry, I talk Larry every day, so I make an effort. Like if he puts out a video, like I'm like, yo, Larry, that shit had me crying.
That's the best.
And because like we sometimes like it's natural to take the close people for granted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, and you, I think that the thing with growth, you got to make a conscious effort. It's not something that's just gonna come naturally. You got to be like, yo, like because I remember one time, I said, Larry, that video was funny. He's like, why don't you write that in the comment though, nigga? Like, but yo, it's true. Like, I would comment on anybody else, but because of Larry, I'm like, I could just text him about time. I'm like, so you gotta treat your friends like actual people too. So I'm like,
we'll be fast to write something on like Bleacher Report.
Yeah, exactly.
But you actually laughed at this.
Yeah.
No, that's the best one. And I think I prepped this a while ago. I was like, I don't like mostly. Getting laughs from you guys is the best because you guys know me personally. So I'm like, you don't have to fake anything. You don't have to laugh. You can be like, that was whack. But you guys laugh and that's like, oh wow, like guys really like this stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, man. I'm truly like, I'm truly inspired by you guys, man. For real, like the work that you guys do. I'd be like, man, Keem's doing this, Larry's doing this, man. I gotta get on my stuff. If I'm feeling like,
I know that's motivation.
Yo, another big thing too is like a lot of times you do things and you don't realize like the impact that has on other people.
Exactly.
So you might be doing something and you're not thinking nothing of it, but someone might like you go to the gym and someone's like, oh shit, he went to the gym, I gotta go too now.
Exactly.
Or you post a video like, oh shit, Larry's posting, like I gotta get on my shit. But just because they don't tell you that, you don't know it. So I think it's important to just know, like, even though someone may not say something to you, you never know the impact that you're having. So just keep going.
Man, that's dope, man. Well, I want to keep going. I know I gotta get back to Massachusetts.
That's a trek.
Right. But I want to do way more episodes with you guys.
Hopefully, the next time you do it, we'll be famous.
Yeah, right. I mean,
look back at this.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere too, man. I have so much to say, but like I don't want to end it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we can keep going. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So I appreciate you guys.
Of course.
Yeah,
anytime, man. You already know.
We're gonna have many more.